What if the answer to better sleep was already sitting in your kitchen? Not a pill, not a prescription, not a supplement with a long list of side effects. Just 3 simple drinks, each with a real, understood mechanism in your body, that researchers and doctors at some of the world's most respected institutions have looked at carefully and said, these are worth trying. Today I am going to walk you through all 3. I will explain exactly what each one does inside your body, what the science actually shows, including where the evidence is strong and where it is still limited, and how and when to use them for the best chance of a better night's sleep. No exaggeration, no miracle claims, just honest information. Let's get into it. Before we look at the drinks, let me briefly explain why sleep becomes harder after 60, because understanding this helps you understand why these drinks can make a difference. As we age, our bodies produce significantly less melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it is time to sleep. This decline is well documented by the National Institute of General Medical Sciences and multiple sleep research bodies. Less melatonin means your body's natural sleep signal becomes weaker. Falling asleep takes longer, staying asleep becomes harder, and the deep, restorative stages of sleep, the ones that leave you feeling truly rested, become shorter and less frequent. This is not a personal failing, it is biology. And while no drink is going to completely reverse these changes, certain natural options can gently support the processes your body is already trying to carry out. Here are the 3 that have the most credible evidence behind them. The first drink is chamomile tea, and it has been used as a calming remedy for centuries across cultures around the world. Johns Hopkins Medicine recommends chamomile tea for patients with sleep trouble, particularly for those who want a treatment option without side effects or drug interactions. But why does it work? Let me explain the science. Chamomile contains a compound called apigenin, a natural flavonoid that binds to the same receptors in the brain as certain anti-anxiety medications, producing a gentle, calming, and sedative effect. The key word here is gentle. Apigenin binds to these receptors much more weakly than prescription medications, producing a mild calming effect without the sedation, dependency, or cognitive impairment associated with pharmaceutical sleep drugs. Think of it not as a sedative, but as a gentle signal to your nervous system that it is time to wind down. What does the research show? A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial, the gold standard of clinical research, investigated the effects of chamomile extract on sleep quality and fatigue in 60 older adult nursing home residents. The study reported significant improvements in sleep quality and fatigue scores in the chamomile group compared with the placebo group after 4 weeks of treatment. However, I want to be honest with you about the limitations. While traditional use and some studies suggest chamomile may enhance sleep quality, the overall current evidence-based support remains modest. We need larger, well-designed clinical trials to fully confirm these findings. So what does this mean practically? Chamomile tea is safe, gentle, widely available, and has a plausible biological mechanism. It is not a guaranteed cure for insomnia, but for seniors looking for a natural, risk-free addition to their bedtime routine, it is one of the most reasonable options available. How to use it? Drink 1 cup of chamomile tea approximately 30 to 45 minutes before your target bedtime. Use a good quality tea bag or loose leaf chamomile. Do not add sugar. A small amount of honey is fine. One important note: chamomile may interact with certain medications and can cause allergic reactions in people who are sensitive to plants in the daisy family. If you have known plant allergies or take blood-thinning medications, check with your doctor before making chamomile a regular part of your routine. The second drink is one your grandmother likely recommended, and it turns out she was not wrong. Johns Hopkins Medicine recommends warm milk for patients with sleep trouble, explaining that warm milk has long been believed to be associated with chemicals that simulate the effects of tryptophan on the brain, a chemical building block for serotonin, which is involved in the sleep-wake transition. Let me explain what tryptophan is and why it matters. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid, meaning your body cannot produce it on its own, so it must come from food. Once tryptophan enters your body, it is converted first into serotonin, a neurotransmitter that promotes calm and well-being, and then into melatonin, the sleep hormone we discussed earlier. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that is a precursor to both serotonin and melatonin. So when you drink warm milk before bed, You are providing your body with a building block it can use to support its own natural sleep processes. Now, I want to be straightforward with you. There is not yet a large body of scientific proof that warm milk significantly improves sleep on its own. But there is also no harm in trying it, and it is recommended precisely because it has no side effects and no drug interactions. There is also a second benefit that is often overlooked: the ritual itself. The act of preparing a warm drink, holding a warm cup, and sitting quietly for a few minutes before bed has a genuine calming effect on the nervous system. It signals to your body that the day is ending and rest is coming. This behavioral effect is real and should not be underestimated. The calming ritual of preparing and drinking a hot beverage has independent sleep-promoting effects through behavioral conditioning and relaxation, separate from whatever compounds the drink contains. How to use it: warm, not boil, a cup of whole or semi-skimmed milk. Drink it slowly, 20 to 30 minutes before bed. You can add a small pinch of turmeric or a teaspoon of honey if you prefer the taste. Avoid adding chocolate or coffee-based flavorings, as these contain caffeine. If you are lactose intolerant, a small warm cup of oat milk is a reasonable alternative, as oats also contain some tryptophan. The third drink is the one with the strongest scientific evidence of all three, and it may surprise you. Tart cherry juice, specifically juice made from Montmorency tart cherries, is one of the very few natural sleep interventions that has been tested in controlled human trials and found to produce measurable improvements in sleep outcomes. Unlike many natural sleep remedies that are backed by centuries of tradition but limited clinical research, tart cherry juice sits in a notably different category. It is one of the few natural sleep interventions that has been tested in controlled human trials, measured against a placebo, and found to produce meaningful, quantifiable improvements in sleep outcomes. Why does it work? Tart cherry juice works through three pathways simultaneously. It provides naturally occurring melatonin, the sleep hormone your body produces less of after 60. It provides tryptophan, the amino acid building block for melatonin production. And it contains anti-inflammatory anthocyanins that help preserve these compounds in the body longer. That combination, melatonin, tryptophan, and anti-inflammatory compounds together, is what makes tart cherry juice unique among natural sleep drinks. A systematic review published in 2025 examined 7 clinical studies on tart cherry and sleep. 3 studies reported significant improvements in sleep indicators, including sleep duration, sleep efficiency, and sleep onset time. 3 studies also reported an increase in melatonin levels after tart cherry consumption. One study found that tart cherry juice could extend total sleep time by a meaningful amount in participants with insomnia. However, it is important to note that not all studies have shown the same results, and the research is still ongoing. One 2024 study from Michigan State University found that a commonly used dose of Montmorency tart cherry powder did not improve sleep outcomes in individuals with overweight or obesity, which tells us that results can vary depending on the person, the form of cherry used, and the dose. So, as with everything I share, the honest picture is this: the evidence for tart cherry juice is the strongest of these 3 drinks, and it has a clear biological reason for working. But it is not a guaranteed result for every person. How to use it: drink approximately 240 milliliters, about 1 cup, of pure, unsweetened tart cherry juice 1 to 2 hours before bed. Drinking it too close to bedtime or too early in the evening reduces effectiveness. Timing matters. Choose juice labeled as pure Montmorency tart cherry with no added sugar. Avoid mixing it with alcohol, which disrupts sleep architecture and would cancel out any benefit. Because tart cherry juice contains natural sugars, if you have diabetes or are managing blood sugar, please check with your doctor before adding it to your routine. Before I close, I want to briefly mention what to avoid. Alcohol is often mistakenly believed to help sleep. It may help you fall asleep faster, but research consistently shows that alcohol disrupts your deeper sleep stages and REM sleep, leaving you less rested even after a full night. It is not a sleep aid. Caffeine, in coffee, tea, energy drinks, or even some sodas, can remain active in your body for 6 to 8 hours. An afternoon coffee can still be affecting your sleep at midnight, and large amounts of any liquid close to bedtime increase the likelihood of waking to use the bathroom, which, as we discussed in a previous video, is one of the most common reasons seniors wake during the night. Let me leave you with this. Everything I have shared today comes from published research and the clinical recommendations of institutions including Johns Hopkins Medicine, the Sleep Foundation, and peer-reviewed medical journals. I have been honest about where the evidence is strong, Tart cherry juice, and where it is more modest but still reasonable, chamomile tea and warm milk. None of these drinks is a guaranteed cure. None of them will work overnight for everyone, but they are safe. They have real, understood mechanisms in the body. And they come with no risk of dependency, no side effects for most people, and no drug interactions for the majority of seniors. Though, as always, if you are on multiple medications, a quick check with your doctor before starting anything new is always wise. Sleep after 60 is genuinely harder, but small, consistent, natural choices, made with the right information, can make a real difference over time. I hope this was helpful and honest. If it was, please consider subscribing. We post regular videos on natural health and wellness for seniors, always based on real research, never exaggerated. Take care of yourself, and good night. Subscribe for more honest senior health. No exaggeration, just real science. If you are over 60 and lying awake at night, unable to sleep, try this before you reach for any medication. It is called 4-7-8 breathing. If you wake up at 3 a.m. every night and cannot get back to sleep, this is why. By 3 a.m., your body has already finished